What's up, friends? Welcome back to a YouTube behind the scenes of me recording myself doing Let's Chat with Jay Bax. Let's just do a fit check before we start the episode. Fit check. So, I'm super pumped to do this episode about choosing you. So on that note, thank you for this intro, hanging out with me on YouTube. Press that subscribe button, wherever that may be. And let's get to the episode. I'm going to press play. I have a script. I read off of it. It is basically a journal with a topic, and I just talk about it. And that is where I look, and then I look at your faces. We make eye contact half the time. And this is like my second time doing this, and I feel like every time I start it, I just ramble. But like, we're here for it. If I have a joke, I would say it, but my jokes just come to me, and here is a story. So one time, like last weekend, I really just shoot my shot when I tell my jokes, and I shooted my shot, and I don't even know what I said, but it was the dumbest fucking comment I could have possibly have said, and like, I for real mean that. And no one laughed, and someone actually said, that was a pretty bad joke. And I'm like, thank you for your honesty. Honestly, I knew it was bad. I hope someone would chuckle, but at least I tried. All right, well, that was a little bit about me. Now let's get to the episode. 3, 2, 1. Hey, friends. Welcome back to Let's Chat with Jay Bax. This podcast will encompass fitness, mindset, and lifestyle. In these episodes, I spit some mad fire from my mouth to your ears of my thoughts, experiences, and tips that I've developed along the way. Life is about experiencing it and sharing it, reflecting and growing. I add some humor, sometimes. I tear up half the time, and I'm just grateful to have you here on this journey with me. So to all of my friends listening on Spotify, Apple, or Anchor, I'm also doing a YouTube video to this as well. So if you want to watch me speak amazing words into a mic, I think I look cute right now, so go ahead, click the link in my bio of this or the description of this podcast and check me out on YouTube. And if you come, I'm going to be like, what's up? This episode is about choosing you. And this has been my theme for July. So I guess I've been setting themes for my months now. And last month was leveling up. And after listening to Life Coming in Phases, you heard what kind of went down. But for this month now, this one feels good. And I realized that I stopped choosing myself. Like, I was the last person that I'd choose. I stopped doing things that I loved doing. I got wrapped up in all of my problems, and I stopped expressing gratitude. I only affirmed myself when I posted on Instagram, and I stopped looking up. I stopped chasing sunsets. I didn't see the moon for days. I avoided reading. I took steps back from my passion projects. I simply lost the drive. And as you heard in my last episode, I truly lost myself. Or I claimed that I did. I was constantly anxious. Like, holy shit, was I anxious about everything. My positive mindset turned into negativity, and it honestly makes my stomach turn thinking how negative I was in every situation, every thought, everything that happened. Instead of meeting it with poise and grace, I met it with negativity, and it was exhausting. It truly showed me how you formulate your words and your thoughts in your mind, how you fill your time, changes your overall outlook on yourself. So, my question to you, listeners, friends, fam, party people, today, right now, can you say that you choose yourself daily? I'll pause. Maybe you'll do a Sudoku or something. See, that was a lame joke. And I actually wrote that lame joke. But here we are. And I can bet a lot of us said no to that question. So follow up. Why are you not choosing yourself? And for my YouTubers, I'm looking at you in your soul. Why are you not? Who are you choosing instead? And how do you feel? Really? I can tell you that I felt like ass cheeks. And not the cheeks growing from that Grow That Donk program, which starts today, July 19th. There is still time to join. But ass cheeks that have been sitting for so long that they are numb. I was numb to myself. I did not focus in on my emotions. I ignored them. I neglected my feelings, my entire being. And I'm fucking sad that I treated myself like that. To think that I chose myself every day during the pandemic. And then there is a slight raise to a full raise from the pandemic. California was pretty late to open things back up. And I completely disregarded all the work I did for myself, for choosing me, for being me, for cheering for me, for doing me. I look at all the times I didn't choose me. And right now, as I sat there and wrote this podcast, and now I'm speaking it, I finally feel present again. I feel like I'm finally with myself again. I'm in the moment to enjoy who I am. And I was not present for so long. And looking back, I acknowledged when I wasn't present. But I continued to act and continued to not choose myself. I found myself talking those self-hate thoughts to myself. That I'm not good enough. That I can do better. That I'm not worthy. And then I would just sit with those words of self-hate. I was listening to a talk on choosing yourself on Insight Timer. And she said, when we ignore our needs to choose ourselves, we resent ourselves. We feel angry with that resent. And we feel that we don't matter. We feel unappreciated and unacknowledged. We react and don't respond. And we find flaws in everything. And that truly sat with me. And I was listening to this podcast episode while I was on my solo hike today. As I'm choosing myself this month, I chose to have a solo hike. And I re-listened to that a few times to reflect on it. And I wrote it down to speak about it because I thought it was important for you all to hear. And remember, life comes in phases. Acknowledging your growth to your challenges post-growth is something that we all go through. And recognizing yourself for where you want to be, who you want to be, and working at this is the most important. So here are some ways I have decided to choose me. I've set goals to achieve and told myself I will focus on them. No procrastinating, just doing. And telling myself every day how capable I am. I think it's important to call out, all right, what are you playing with, boy? Walter is chilling over here, finding madness with something. Brother, sir, please watch yourself. We're going, we're rolling, we're not stopping, we keep doing this. This is live, this is raw, this is what I want. And this is a day in the life of J Bags with a cat. 2 cats. All right, let's get back to the point of the episode. But telling myself every day that I'm capable and not procrastinating is so important to me and something important for me to recognize and acknowledge. Because there's so many times where I tell myself that it's going to be difficult to start, difficult to continue, difficult to even do it. And I end up just thinking that I'm unable to do these things. And then I finally do it, and I realize how simple it was for me to just do it. That I had all of the knowledge and I was very capable of doing these things. So putting it into action versus just sitting on it is very important for me. Like this episode right now. I said I could do it later, but I have time. I'm choosing me. I have all the time in the world to do these things. Looking up. For me, to choose me, I must look up. I must ground myself. I found myself in the sky last year. And who says that can't bring me back? And this tattoo, my moon phases, life coming in phases, looking up to the sky. With looking up comes the sun, which brings me so much energy and so much light. The sunset literally makes me cry every time I see it because it makes me feel so grateful for the entire day. That beauty is setting, and I can thank the world for happening, for my day to happen, and to find all the goodness that happened within the day. And the moon. Anytime I look up and I see it, I literally freak out. Anyone I'm with, I'm like, you fucking see that? Do you see her? She's great. Oh my God, she's amazing. She gives me some type of energy that I can't even explain. And I call this hippie shit, but like, y'all, the moon, the sun, it's literally like what our world revolves around. Love it. I've deleted distractions. I deleted social media apps that did not serve the purpose I need in my life right now. And honestly, it's a game changer. All right, motorcycle man. I deleted Hinge because I focus on myself. I'm going to focus on myself. There's no reason to swipe and make connections when I'm not truly ready for a connection right now. And I deleted Snapchat because for me, there's no point in having Snapchat. If you want to talk to me, you can reach out to me if you have my number or you have Instagram. We all know that. And yes, you may want to click back on your Snapchat and check out what people are doing or start swiping on people to fill the time. But this leads to my last point. Be comfortable being alone. Seriously. Silence your phone. Say no to some plans. Go for a hike alone. Hang out with yourself. And get to know yourself more. Or again. And this can be uncomfortable. Truly. You're learning to sit with yourself and your thoughts and acknowledge patterns that you may not like. And it's something that you have to recognize. And I really encourage you to have a journal around, or just open your notes in your iPhone or your Android. Just kidding, green messages are okay. And reflect. When I was on my hike today, I had one headphone in and I was listening to Billie Holiday, a fucking vibe. And I walked down this path to the water. And I was thinking about the past month and things I can learn from it. And that I want to release some things. And I so fast walked up this path, found a bench, scurried out my journal, and wrote it down like I had to vomit these words onto this page. And I ended it with, I released these thoughts. I learned these things. And then I sat back, closed my journal, and took a breath and smiled. And that's what I've been finding, is I'm smiling more because I'm choosing me and I'm sitting with myself and I'm laughing so much with myself that it's a crazy feeling to enjoy your own company. When I'm someone who used to really despise myself and my thoughts and being alone. But you can do so much by yourself. It is unreal. Again, I find myself smiling, laughing, singing, dancing constantly. And that shows that I am choosing me. That I'm putting myself first. That I am important. And I'm valuing my importance. It has allowed me to be a better friend, to feel more myself with others, and to be present with myself and the people I choose to surround myself with. It is absolutely freeing to choose yourself. And now, I leave you with the question, again, do you choose you? Wow, I should just drop my mic right there. That was incredible. Ooh, the eye contact. Do you choose you? Okay. Anyways, if you are on my YouTube, I'm going to conclude this episode right here. And if you're on my podcast, I'm going to answer some questions that I will get next week, and we will fill that in. So make sure, if you're on my YouTube, you can go to the end of my podcast episode and listen to any questions I get and how I answer them about choosing yourself. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of me talking about choosing you, choosing yourself, and how important it can be. Thank you so much for spending this time with me, watching me, hanging out with me, fit checking with me. Ooh, I forgot I can dance. All right, everybody. If you are on YouTube, please subscribe, like, drop a comment below how you liked this. And most importantly, send me a message on Instagram, JBAXFIT. And let's chat about choosing you, the most important person in the entire world. All right, y'all. Peace. Love.